Hi, welcome back to another session of Strategic Change Management. Now we're going to talk about leadership, the most important area when it comes to organization, when it comes to business, and most importantly, change. Leadership attitudes and its role in change management. What should be the attributes as well as the attitude of a leader when it comes to change management? Because everything that you plan, if you do not have the right leader, no change can happen. Like Hitler said, if you have an army of dogs and it has a leader that is a lion, they will all behave like lions. But if you have an army of lions and their leader is a dog, they will all start behaving like dogs. So it's the leader that changes that entire attitude. It's the leader that changes the whole game, and that is the most important area. We're going to study about this now. Now, when you're understanding leadership, leaders are the ones who manage the people and make their efforts to achieve the organizational objectives. How do they do that? The organizational objective is basically coming from high ups. Why would people believe in it? How would people believe in it? It's always the leader. It is always the way the leader communicates with them, convinces them, tells them that they have it in them and they can do it. That is where the leadership comes in. And that is where people start believing in what the change could be. Every living creature is reluctant to change, and there is no dispute to this statement. No one wants a change. We love our status quo. We love monotony. We love staying in our comfort zone. You throw me out of my comfort zone, I will resist. Similarly, you do it to anyone. No one wants to do something very different because it is challenging. There is a fear of unknown in that. Now, leaders are known as the champions of change, who keep the process of change in a way that it should meet the organizational vision. Most important thing. Now, what a leader does is that, first of all, they're champions of change because they tell people, they make them believe that the organizational vision is our personal vision. And if anyone can do that, that person is the right leader. Leaders are born. Leaders can be made, but they have to work on themselves. I believe in both the statements. Yes, leaders are born and leaders can be made. Those who make themselves into leaders, they come out of experience. They come out of empathy. They come out of everything that they have lost. They come out of failures. And that's when you actually become a leader. When you become a leader, you know how and when to convince people because you have been in all of those situations that people are in, and you tell them from your personal experience, convince them that it can be done. Now, management skills that are required by leaders, number one, most important, I cannot stress enough on this, and that is called communication. Communication does not mean inform everyone with everything. It is the way you communicate. It is the information that you hold back and the information that you give. It is the timing that you know of when to tell who what to do. That communication is very important. If you're too bossy, people might be offended. If you're too light, they won't take you seriously. You know exactly when to tell them what and in what attitude and how. When a certain person is a leader, the leaders, whatever they tell, people listen to them and they like following them. The other one, most important thing, is active listening. A leader is never the one who just goes into a meeting, speaks and walks out. They listen. They actively listen, and active listening, again, it does not mean listen and respond to everything. They know how to filter what responses are relevant, what responses are irrelevant, what to consider, what not to consider. They even take criticism. That's called active listening. They always do the research, very important thing, because leaders are the ones whose commands are the followers going to follow. Right? So if there is any question from the followers, if you have done your research well, you can respond to them well and you can satisfy that. They have a strategic thinking. They know they're smart. And why do they have a strategic thinking? Because they have the right experiences. Then they have the leadership skill. And that leadership skill is that finesse that you need to have. And when a leader says something, followers love to follow it. Then you have the measurement and analysis and communication again. So communication literally clubs or brackets everything, every attitude or the skill that is required by the leader. The skills of successful leadership are, and when you're a successful leader, you end up doing all of these. The first is you achieve the results. How? It just is. It's in their hand. They know when to twist the arm. They know when to award. They know when to reward. Everything. And they know when to communicate in the proper manner. Another very important thing, they convey the vision. Conveying the vision is most important, because vision is something that you cannot even pinpoint that this is exactly what I want to do. This is why it's called a vision. I want to be somewhere, but that conveying of that vision, believing people into something that you even right now do not see, that ability is a leadership ability. Then they engage people. They know when and how to engage people. They understand. And how do they do that? Because they know and understand the skill level of everyone who is supposed to work with them. When they bring everyone together, they know how to engage those people and they manage the capabilities. They know how much to push someone. They know how much to improve someone, and so on and so forth. They know how to make a certain team and make that team work together. Not everyone has the same caliber. Not everyone has the same level or ability. So they identify what is the level, they identify the abilities and capabilities of the team members, and then they put them together, and then they make everyone grow up as a team. And a leader always improves the capabilities of his or her team. Now, role of a leader in change management is to have a clear and straight vision about future. They assess the progress. They have strong decision-making attributes. They focus on technological changes, and they create the sustainable atmosphere within the organization. So these are the roles, and this is very clear. They know the vision, they clearly state it, and they take their entire team, bring it together, and then they all work towards the betterment of the organization and achievement of that vision that the organization has seen, and they can take and they ensure that everyone who works with them works towards that vision. This brings us to the end of this lesson. Thank you.